Well, I think it's not like you're always part of the other and then you become the dominant. Even now, sometimes you're in the dominant, sometimes you're in the position of the other. My education has definitely put me now more often in the position of the dominant, but there's still situations where I'm down here. Again, so depending on the situation. So even when you're in the position of the other, it's important that you know who you are, right? And that you learn how to navigate those relational shifts. And again, there are people in dominant relations, does not mean that they should look down on you, right? It's also a place of responsibility and leadership. And so if you're here and somebody treats you in a certain way, sometimes you have to assert yourself like, don't treat me this way just because you're up here. So the more you understand, the more comfortable you get in who you are. And then when you are, whether you're here or here, you learn how to navigate. And even here, when I'm up here, I know I have a sense of responsibility, accountability towards those who might not be up here. So in that way. Well, when you think of research as engaging knowledge, there's knowledge all around us. And once I engage with this knowledge, what can I do with it to make my community better, to make my relationships better, to make my world better? So start from and not look at it as this big, huge thing, but it can be very small. And so even when you sit and talk with people, you spend time with people, you're like, oh, I never knew, that's research. When you're learning and sharing and finding stuff out. So that's what I would give. Like, don't make it so big. Make it small and really treasure what you're learning and always like, okay, I've learned this. Now what can I do with it? Well, music makes you feel things. It can make you feel good. It can make you feel sad. It can make you feel all kinds of stuff. And so to not just be stuck in the intellectual, but really get in touch with what do I feel, music always helps with that. Or when I get upset, when it gets hard, I'll put on my headphones and then there's a certain song and I just play it over and over again and then something happens, something changes. And so, so it helps me in that way, to not just stay stuck in my head, but to really, how do I use all of my body and to get in touch with that? Sometimes you just need to sing. Sometimes you just need to listen to music. And so that's how it helps.